Hey guys, this is Sherry Woodward, and I am taking a break from my regular project that I've been working on today, just to do something different. I decided I wanted to paint a face using my soft pastels. Actually, I started out wanting to paint a figure. I was inspired by another artist who was using soft pastels to paint figures. And looking through my supply of photo references that I like to use, and I found this face. Maybe some of you recognize him, but he's one of my favorites to paint. Um, he's just so expressive, and I love that about him. So I've pulled out some Canson sanded paper that's specifically designed for using soft pastels on. And it's very inexpensive, like super cheap, relatively speaking. And it's great for practice. If you're new to pastels or if you just want to practice something different. Like I haven't I don't think I've used my soft pastels to do faces yet. Um, and that's like a new territory for me. I decided, why not? Let's go ahead and do it. And I decided to film it just in case it might be interesting, which I think it is. I always enjoy watching someone experiment or paint. So anyway, what I like to do when I'm putting a face down, a lot of times I use a soft charcoal, like a willow stick, because it's very forgiving. If you don't like something, you can just like gently wipe it off with your fingers. And the soft pastels are pretty forgiving as well, so for the most part. And what I like to do is I like to block in my dark values first and think about where my light source is coming in and just gradually put the features in. And I use a light touch because I don't usually get the face right at first. It needs to be tweaked several times before it looks the way I want it to look. So I go a light touch, and I've got a dark blue, and I also have kind of a dark brown color, kind of a reddish brown color. So kind of a warm temperature dark color and a cool dark color, the blue. And I'm just playing around, just gradually putting in the shadow areas or the darker areas. And if something is really dark on my reference photo, I don't go too dark on my painting yet. I mean, this is a first layer, and this is an experiment. I love to experiment with different materials, and the soft pastels has been really fun to work with. And just trying out the different types of pastels. Like there's a whole array of hardnesses of soft pastels and brands, and also the types of paper to use, just to see what happens. I've experimented quite a bit, so I have a good idea of what I really like. If I really want to put together quickly a successful painting, I know which materials I want to use, and I've played around with them so much that I even know generally what colors I want to use. For this, since it's a face, it's a little different than landscapes and florals and the things that I've been painting lately. Um, so this will be fun, but I think that my face will be just as colorful as any floral design because it just makes it more interesting. If you take a look at people's skin, there really are a lot of colors in the skin, and of course, so many variations of skin colors and shapes of faces. And if this painting doesn't look exactly like Bob, I'm not going to be brokenhearted. When I look at a face, I'm just at least it's a reference to see what, how far away the nose should be from the mouth, or eyebrows and eyes, and an expression too. But I love painting his face. He's always so expressive. So now I'm using a piece of packaging foam that's really soft, and it's great for blending. And after I block in some values, some dark values, I like to blend and fuzzy it up for later, because right now we don't want to get too detailed, because those details could change, and they'll change. And I also want to get rid of a lot of that light gray paper. Although I do like the mid-tone gray to work on rather than white. So that's cool. But anyway, this is going to be a fun project. And I thought you'd like to see how something gets started. Um, I have no idea how long this will take me, but it may not take me very long, especially since it's just an experiment. So I have the attitude that it's like, oh, well, if it works out, it works out. And when you have that attitude, then it just makes it more likely to be successful than if you're all stressed out about it. So um, I'll come back with fresh eyes and see, how does this look? Should anything be changed? And we'll just go from there. And I'll pull out more colors next and see, but uh, I'm having fun with this little experiment. So, and then I'll get back to work on my main project that I'm supposed to do. But, an artist has got to have fun, right? I mean, that's why I paint, is because I enjoy it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know what you'd call it. A little demonstration, I guess. Have a great day.